Hey travelers! Do you wish you could travel more but feel held back by money concerns? I totally get it. But I'm here to tell you that with some planning, flexibility and willingness to rough it a bit, you can travel the world on a super tight budget. In this video, I'll be sharing my best tips for globetrotting on the cheap. From finding the best flight deals to cheaper accommodation options to saving money once you're on the road. I'll show you how I've managed to travel to over 30 countries spending as little as $20 per day. If free ultra-budget travel is what you're after, you'll definitely want to stick around for these money-saving hacks. Alright, let's get into it. Find the best flight deals. Scoring a cheap flight is key to budget travel. While there are always random flight deals popping up, the cheapest flights tend to follow some general rules. First, be flexible with your destination. Consider heading to cheaper regions like Southeast Asia, Central America, or Eastern Europe. If you're set on a specific destination, be flexible with your travel dates. Travel during the off-season when there is less demand. Sites like Skyscanner allow you to search destinations by month to see the cheapest average fares. Sign up for fare alerts from airlines and sites like Scott's Cheap Flights. Check budget airlines like Spirit, Frontier and Allegiant for domestic flights and Air Asia, WOW Air and Ryanair for international. And don't forget to check nearby airports for price differences. Use alternative accommodation. One of the fastest ways to blow through your budget is by overspending on accommodations. Luckily, there are plenty of cheaper alternatives to pricey hotels. Hostels with shared dorms are a classic budget choice, with beds often starting around just $10 to $15 per night. You can also find cheap or even free accommodations through house sitting, working at hostels, and hospitality exchange networks like Couchsurfing. If you do opt for an Airbnb, search for shared rooms rather than entire apartments. Camping is another ultra-budget option in many countries, especially if you have your own gear. And if all else fails, there's always sleeping in airports overnight. While not the most glamorous option, it will cost you exactly $0. The key is being open-minded about your lodging. Don't expect 5-star luxury, and you can sleep cheap. Get around on the local transportation. One of the easiest ways to drain your wallet fast when traveling is by relying too much on big, shiny tour buses and taxis. Want to save big time getting around your destination? Use the local public transportation whenever humanly possible. Not only is it insanely cheap, we're talking rides for less than $1 in many places, but it allows you to travel like a local. From overnight buses winding through the Andes to tuk-tuks whizzing through Bangkok, local transport gives you an authentic cultural experience. Walking and biking are also budget-friendly ways to explore destinations at your own pace. When comparing ground transport options, ask yourself if you strictly need that private taxi or if the local bus will get you there just fine at a fraction of the cost. Getting around can eat up a huge chunk of your daily expenses, so go local. Eat local street food. Fancy sit-down restaurants with inflated tourist prices are one of the fastest ways to torpedo your daily budget. So skip them altogether. One of the joys of travel is getting to sample amazing street food unique to each culture. And eating street food like a local is hands down the most budget way to fuel up. We're talking filling, delicious meals for as little as $2 to $3 in many countries. Temper your expectations and be willing to eat at humble food stalls with handheld bites and plastic stools rather than Instagram-worthy cafes. Try a little bit of everything from sizzling hot pops to stuffed flatbreads, fresh tropical fruit to piping hot chai. Not only will you sample incredible local flavors, but you'll save a ton of money you can put towards activities. Just follow basic street food safety, and your taste buds will thank you. Drink local alcohol and beverages, 175 words. Booze can bust budgets quick with fancy cocktail bars pricing certain drinks comparably to a nice meal. But luckily, most destinations have amazing local alcohol and beverages that won't drain your wallet. Sip on a cold bottle of beer from a street vendor in Thailand for the equivalent of $1 instead of paying $5 plus at a bar. Split locally made wine over a picnic in Italy rather than shelling out for overpriced glasses in restaurants. And instead of dropping tons of money at Costa Rica's trendy cafes, sample rich cups of coffee at local vendors for cents on the dollar. Try home brews in small villages, fresh coconut water straight from the fruit, and cheap but tasty local rums and tequilas. Not only will you save money, but you'll get a tasty look into local liquid culture. Just remember to drink responsibly no matter what the local brew may be. Conclusion. There you have it, my top tips for experiencing epic adventures all while keeping your daily budgets under control. With strategic planning, smart spending choices and an openness to ditch the glamour in favor of authentic local experiences, you really can travel the world without going broke. Trust me, the money you save by backpacking and budget travel means more days on the road, more destinations on your bucket list, and more memories that will stick with you for a lifetime. So what are you waiting for? Pick a far-off destination, pack up that trusty backpack, and start globetrotting on the cheap. Your next big travel adventure is waiting. Let me know in the comments if you have any other budget travel hacks I missed. And if this video helped you maximize your trips while minimizing spend, give it a big thumbs up and share it with fellow budget-conscious travelers. Happy money saving trails!